Minecraft. SWM forever. What does that even mean or alluding to? I don't know. In today's episode of Minecraft Exploration and Tactics with Brian, at some point I'll be down in a cave and I'll have about 12 skeletons come rushing at me, so you know what that means. But actually, in most of this episode, we will be exploring the overworld. Let's go ahead and get started. Alright, I've reached some beach. I'm headed to the east again. And I see a huge tree up on the horizon. But otherwise, this is actually one of the flattest, I mean, it is a beach, but like flattest all around, just contiguous sections of normal natural terrain that I think I've ever seen. I went rollerblading this afternoon, in real life, of course, as opposed to in Minecraft. And yeah, all that flat level ground makes me want to go rollerblading on it. So maybe at some point in the future, they will craft rollerblades. Actually, it would be cool if there were some kind of thing that you could craft in Minecraft that would allow you to go just faster over flat level terrain. And here's another big flat section of beach. And so this is interesting already. Or at least it's interesting to me. I don't know how interesting it'll be to you all. And we just have one huge tree right there. I'm pretty sure I have plenty of wood. Yeah, I've got like 49 pieces of wood, so don't need to worry about wood for a while. And I forgot to take a look. When I get to this next landmass, I need to take a look at where the sun is, because if it's heading down, then I might head down in here if this looks like a little cave. I can't tell if it's a cave or a lake. It's some kind of interesting cave system. And the sun is going to be going down soon. Wow. Actually, I don't recall seeing anything like this either. It's just a nice open area. I can make this jump. Hello, all you friendly animals. I'm going to put some lights up here at the top before I go down in, just because I know the sun is going to set. And then what's a good way down? I guess I'll just dig myself a staircase somewhere. Interesting. So it doesn't seem like it goes anywhere over here. How about over here? Hello, cow. Goodbye, cow. It doesn't go anywhere over here either. But there is more iron. And I do expect the sun to be going down soon. And I hear a cave noise, which is always a good sign. And so, I think I will, since the sun's going to go down, just start digging down here. And, yeah, find some caves to explore during the nighttime. And so I will bring you guys back in when I reach some exciting caves. Alright, I already hear a mess of footsteps and skeleton bones clanking. It sounds like it's coming from my left. And it sounds like at least 3 skeletons, I think. But I can't tell if there's any more, and they might be multiplying. Oop! Okay, I found... Whoop! Dip. Oh dear. Alright, so apparently there's some skeletons down there. I may use my usual lava trick. Wow. I just want to get a better look at the room if I can before I start on all that. Oop! Okay, definitely skeletons down there. Let's back up. Let's grab a bucket of lava. Lava in a bucket. Lava in a bucket. And I think I just saw a skeleton bouncing over there. There he is. Ha ha! Take that, Mr. Skeleton. Alright, I'll put the lava away for a moment. Alright, and that gives me some nice light down there as well. Alright, and at least I can see that I can walk over here and walk all around. Okay, there was a skeleton dying over there. There's another one who's still caught over there. Hello. Oh, there's a bunch that are like caught right under where I was standing. So I guess they walked over there and then they got stuck. And I guess that lava's going to dry up soon, so while I still have the light, let's try to take advantage of it. Haha. He got out, and now he's on fire. Ah! 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 How many skeletons are there? There's more walking over again. Maybe there is a dungeon over there somehow. Although I've run into this situation before, where I see like 10 or 12 skeletons walking over from one area, And then it turns out that there's not a dungeon or anything, it just, like, randomly a bunch of skeletons spawned. That happened to me once very early in my world, and I was so excited at the prospect of finally finding a skeleton dungeon, because that was before I'd ever seen one, and then it turned out, yeah, not to be one, and I was very sad. Man, that lava is doing me a lot of good. Oh my gosh! Oh, there's skeletons up there! Hello. Come back. There you go. Okay, now it's gotten quiet. But I didn't even realize that there was this... Oh my goodness! Where are you all coming from? Why are there so many skeletons? There's got to be a dungeon, right? It's all skeletons. It's not any other type of enemy. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Oh dear. They're flanking me. I'm in trouble. Yikes. I would like to eat some food. Did I even bring any food? See, now this is where... Oh dear. This mission may come to an abrupt end. Okay. Why don't I take a timeout? Wall myself in. I do have a torch in here. I was wondering where the light was coming from. And I did not bring... I do have seeds, though. Okay. I need to put down a crafting table and make some food. And now that I'm safe, I'll do that. I'll do that off camera, and I'll see you guys in a minute when I'm a little more prepared. Yikes. Okay, so I did some speed farming. So now I have plenty of bread and ate a bit of it. I went ahead and made some pants and leggings because mine are getting pretty broken down. And so now I'm ready to go back and continue. And basically, I at least want to head over to where all those skeletons were coming from and see if it might actually be a dungeon over there. And of course, now I head over here and there's nothing. That is so weird. Sometimes you just get a bunch of skeletons that all spawn together. And somehow a chicken walked down here. And so, I'm not sure where the hole to the ceiling is, but I need to be a little bit worried about that. Since there's some more iron sitting right here, I'm just going to grab it. But at this point, it's probably daytime again. It almost is daytime. And so I should probably find my way back up to the surface. I'll get some quick coal, since it's also sitting right here. Yeah, I've got 35 pieces of coal after this, I think, and so I am in good shape for that. And yeah, I'll grab this iron, and then I'll head back up to the surface. Basically trying to come back in the way I came. I don't know how you end up with all those skeletons in a row, but no dungeon. It's just really weird to me. I know the enemies like spawn in groups. Oh, I guess the chicken just walked down the same way that I came up. Duh. And I hear a skeleton. It is not quite daytime yet. But I'll go ahead and risk having a look up here. I see an egg. Alright, that'll be scary. I'm gonna wait another minute. I'll see you guys in a moment. Okay, I see the sun rising. I haven't heard any enemies dying on the surface, so I'm a little worried about that. Oh my gosh! Oh! I didn't even think about creepers. Gosh, idiot. Ugh, silly Brian. And now I hear a skeleton dying on the surface somewhere. So I'll wait a couple of seconds to hear him die. Okay, and now let's keep in mind that there may be creepers falling from above me. Alright, looks like it's safe for the moment. Oh, except for I don't have a step over here. That's okay. Easily remedied. And circle around looking for creepers. Just this one. Okay. Hello, Mr. Creeper. You're in the water. You pose no threat to me at all. You could even explode and I wouldn't really mind. Okay. So, that was fun, even though I didn't find a skeleton dungeon. I left cocoa beans in my inventory rather than dropping them off, and that was kind of silly. Cocoa beans are rather rare and so kind of precious in that respect. And so I am going to continue to hold on to them, but unfortunately they're using up an inventory slot. But I'm also about to go through a diamond shovel, so that'll free up an inventory slot, and then I have another one in reserve. And I see a bone, so why not get it? Oh, there's a skeleton. That's okay, I don't care. And I have tons of arrows at this point after killing all those skeletons, and so I should really use my arrows, my bow and arrow, to fight some guys along the way. And I'm continuing to head to the east. I've lost track of... I might have to go take a look at Cartograph G again real quick to see if I've gone far enough to the east that I need to make a turn to the south in order to get to the areas that I haven't been to before, but I'm just going to poke my head over this little hill and see if there's anything that I recognize. Alright, I don't really recognize any of this, but let me take a look at the map real quick and I will be back. Okay, I think I'm not there yet. Oh, there is a bit of forest over here. When I hit a forest is a good time to make a right turn, and I think this thing just appeared, like, while I just went away from the keys for a moment. It hadn't rendered yet, and so that suggests that it's a new chunk, but it looks like a cool, like, mountain base. It reminds me of something that you'd see in, an action movie where the bad guy has, like, you know, his cave base station. Look at, see, that's another, it's like a weird chunk just right out of the side. That makes me think that weird things are happening. So I want to go take a nice close look at that, because it looks pretty awesome. Wow! Oh my gosh! That wasn't what I was expecting at all, but that's pretty cool. From a distance, I thought it was going to be just kind of like a flat entrance that I could walk in over here. Is there a lighting... there must be a lighting glitch in here. Surely the world doesn't actually look like that. There we go. Okay, I just placed a brick, and now I can see the wall over there. And let me loop, put a torch over here. Wow, it really does. This is pretty cool, though. All right, let's check this out. I am going to make myself a little stair so I can continue walking at this height, because there's probably bad guys on the ground in here. Since it's so dark, I'm guessing. Don't hear anyone. Yeah, I don't see anyone, actually, either. I guess I've gotten close enough where they can't spawn, but this is... ooh. I guess I just saw grass. I saw something green, and I thought it was a creeper. But it's just the grass over there. Alright, that was pretty cool. An unusual kind of, like, indentation into the side of a mountain. Ah! That was just a cow. I am on edge. That's pretty crazy. Yeah, that really is cool looking, though. I mean, when you think about a bad guy who hollows out his base out of a mountain, like, it's just something like that, right? So that's pretty cool. And I think I do see some forest over there. I'm going to get to the top of this mountain and then decide if it's time for me to turn south. And the cow is going to try to push me into the hole, which I do not like. Wow, this is a really tall mountain, too. Holy cow. Yeah, still one of my favorite aspects of Minecraft. I have no idea how I'm going to get up here. I could just, yeah, build myself some stairs, I guess. One of my favorite aspects of Minecraft is just the random terrain generation. Yeah, there's a bunch of different ways that different people play Minecraft. You know, some people really like to build, and they treat it like the big Lego set. I really enjoy exploring the caves and fighting the bad guys. But another thing that I like is just walking around in the overworld and just like seeing the terrain that gets generated. Because sometimes it's very beautiful, other times it's just completely unexpected in terms of weird things that happen. Of course, I'm stuck in a cloud up here, and so it's hard for me to see what's going on. The clouds are going this way. It doesn't look like I'm going to get out of this cloud bank anytime soon. Oh, here's a nice vista where I can look down on the world. Wow. Craziness. And once again, it seems like maybe over there there's a horizon that hasn't generated. Well, I'm looking right at it. It might just be too far away. I think I can take this little fall. Do I see wolves over there? I think I see wolves over there. Yeah, I guess that's a little forest biome. I've gotten turned around again. And so I don't remember which way is north or south. I want to do that real quick. All right. There's the L, so north is that way. So I was kind of heading to the east, but then I also want to head to the south. There's a bunch of trees. Yeah, so I think I want to head south down through there. And so that's what I'll do. And I'll try... I was just about to say, I'll try not to take fall damage, and what do? Even before I complete the sentence, I take fall damage. Well, at this point now, I have plenty of wheat and bread on me, as you can see, and so I can always eat. And I also have more iron to make more armor, so that's not a problem either. I cannot quite jump across here. There we go. Hey, it's tall grass. Really haven't encountered much tall grass in my world, and I think only maybe once have I encountered like those ferns. Like, there's like a few variations of tall grass, and one of it is like those ferns that happen in like the rainforest biome. But I've hardly seen rainforest biomes in this world. I made another successful jump across a little chasm. I'm so proud of myself. Alright, so now we are headed to the south, and who knows what we may find.